Hi friends, welcome back to Testing Tutorials Point. This is Lokesh Gorantla and today we are going to discussing about our next topic is TestNG listener. Here basically what is listener? Okay. What is a listener? Listener is basically is used to listen to test execution events. What are the events we are going to use that events and perform actions automatically. Okay, whenever you want to do some execution, that time some listeners need to be initiated in the backend. That listens need to be execute. Okay, automatically whenever we start the execution, that time automatically it should be execute, call that particular function, and then it need to get the result of that. Okay, what it is basically do the monitoring. First of all, whenever you doing sir, when test starts, okay, do something do something means we don't know when what whenever it is started we need to do something means something automatically need to be the listener need to be start something. Okay, that we can able to do. Okay, when test pass, okay, when test is pass, I want to generate some report, do something. We cannot initiate each and every test case location. Now imagine doing some report generation. You can example of taking that specific test case is passed. It's starting for second one. Before one need to be stored. That entire execution need to be stored, generate, right? For this, if you create some specific method that you need to call all the places, then you need to generate. Instead of that, this listener can able to listen those words. Whenever it is complete, it will generate the report. Okay. And also like another one, when test fail, do something. What we need to take the screenshot. Okay, whenever it is fail that specific place I want to take the screenshot. We don't know when it will fail, where it will fail, right? Each and every step we cannot create the take screenshot. Oh, sorry, sorry. Whenever it is fail we don't know which step it will fail, but if you write for all the places a duplicate of code, right? Instead of that, this listener can help you whenever it is fail, the specific one, it will take the screenshot automatically. Okay. But you have to write the piece of code. Then based upon that, it will take it. Okay. And why we use listener. Okay. Here basically generate custom logs. Whenever you want to generate some custom logs, we can able to use and take screenshot. Okay. On failure. Just now I told you, right? Whenever the test case is failed, that time we need to do is we don't know what we need to take the screenshot and where we need to take the screenshot. That time this listener can able to help you to take the failure place. Okay. Update reports. We can able to update the listener whenever execution is complete. Automatically it will generate for reports. Okay. Integrate with the test trail or Jira. Okay, if you want to integrate with your code with the test style or Jira, you can able to do. Okay, modify test behavior dynamically. Whenever you want to change something, you can able to do dynamically by using these listeners. Okay, most commonly used listener is I test listener. Okay, this is the most commonly used listener. What this listener can do, these listeners having some set of methods. Okay, based upon that methods we are going to implement our own code in that place and we can able to do actions. Okay, because it is having some interface of methods, we need to override those methods, and then we need to generate our functionality. What are the methods it is having? Okay, there is a method called on test start. Okay, whenever method is start, this particular method will be initiated. On test success, on test failure. This is a failure one. Whenever it is fail, automatically it will be tick and it will be hit. Skipped, on skipped. Okay, on start, on finish. Okay, these are the methods we have. Okay, how we can able to create this one? Okay, first we can able to do a simple program. By using that simple program, we can able to achieve what exactly we want to see. Okay, creating the class. I am making for my listener. Okay, my listener. Okay, and we need to use for implementation of that iTest listener. Okay, implements iTest listener. Okay, this is a iTest listener. Okay, this is having four interfaces. Those interfaces we need to implement and we need to use it. Okay, I'm using for override functionality to override that particular function. Okay, avoid and test start. Okay, and I'm going to use for iTest result. Okay, iTest result and result, because whenever that started, that result need to be triggered. Okay, then I'm going to use for sysout test started. Okay, result dot get name. What is the place where it is started for that particular function started, right? Where exactly that name we are going to get. Okay, a similar format we need to use for success. And test, why it is not giving, and test success. Okay, this particular listener will give you for success of that particular one. Okay, I'm going to use for past here, and then next one is failure one. Okay, override public void and test failure. Okay, we need to use for I test result, and here we can able to make it for whenever it is a test failed. Okay, plus result dot get name. Okay, the simple I'm going to write. Okay, and here on test skipped. Okay, the same one, but it is a skip. Okay, now we created for our methods. Now we our methods are ready. Okay, we need to test this particular listener whether it will be work perfectly or not. Okay, now I'm making another class which is a TC10 test listener. Okay, and I'm going to use for @test public void pass test. The similar format I'm going to use for @test public avoid a failed test. Okay, now here I'll use for assert dot assert true we mark it as a true, that is a passed one, and here I'm going to use for failed one, false. Okay, now how to call. Now we have done for listener creation and for testing purpose we used. Now how to connect the listeners into our annotation. There are two ways we can able to connect. Okay, two ways. Two ways we have. One is by calling that listener into in a class location, and second one is XML file. Okay, these are the two places. First one is I'm going to use for here class location, and here @listener. Okay, and mark as a listeners dot dot class. Okay, now if I run this one, now you can see one got passed, one got failed. Okay, but you can see test started failed and test failed and test started as passed and test got passed. Okay, one is passed, another one is failed, but we our listeners are, you can see, passed one and failed one, both got started. Okay, success one also it is given. Okay, expected false one you can see. Started test started, my listener first one is started and test failed, both got succeeded. Right, now in this case one disadvantage is there. What is the disadvantage? Here wherever you want, if you have 100 classes, in 100 classes you have to use for this calling. Okay, this is a one of the headache, right? By reducing this, how to use on a simple place, that is basically we can use for in XML location. Okay, we'll go for implement in a file location. Okay, listener.xml file. Okay, and if I use for this is a second option. Okay, this second option I want to remove these two. I'll copy the class name. Okay, I'll not, because every time we need to call that particular one into the class level, it is a headache, right? Instead of that, we can able to call into the here. Okay, listener. Okay, in that listeners, we can use for listener. What is the name of the listener? We need to take that particular listener name. Okay, uh, this is a my listener, and it is presented in this package. A dot my listener. Okay, now whenever we run this one, that particular things will be called out. You can see test started and failed. Both the cases got passed. In this particular place, what is the advantage of it? If you add 400 classes in the class section inside this listener will be work perfectly without any issue. Okay, without any issue, we can able to run. And here there is a disadvantage because we need to 100 classes is there, mean 100 classes you have to call this particular listener. Okay, if you forgot, it's gone. Okay, instead of that, we can able to use for XML location, and then we can able to get it. Okay, and one more thing. Now, failed place it is getting for failed test case. In a real time, I want to get the screenshot. What I need to do. Okay, in a failed case, here the failed one is there. In down, we need to write the screenshot logic. Okay, we need to write the screenshot logic here. Once you write the screenshot logic, whenever the script is failed, automatically it will take and it will give you for screenshot. Whenever it is failed, definitely will get for output. Okay, other than this particular iTest listener, do we have any other listeners also? Means yes, we have so many listeners. Okay, what all that means? First one is most important is iTest listener. This is the most important. Most of the cases, everyone will use this one. Okay, and another one is iSuit listener. Okay, this is a iSuit listener. This we can able to use for suit start and finishing time. Okay, when suit starts and finishing time, we can able to use this iSuit listener. And another one is I invoked method listener. Okay, this is before and after execution we can able to invoke for the method level execution purpose. I invoke method listener will work before and after whenever you want to execute something for the method level execution, that time you can able to invoke. Okay, and another one is iReporter. This iReporter custom report generator purpose we can able to use. Okay, and I will show you for the screenshot for the next video session time. Okay, how you can able to take by using test listener. Whenever the script is failed, you want to take the screenshot. Okay, that I can able to show you. In case if you need for these three listeners information also, please comment on this particular video for these three. Then I can able to make another video for that. Okay. Thank you for watching and please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.